Welcome back to another episode of SNEED-CAST Industry Update, our series that keeps you updated with our ever-changing industry. For those of you that have been watching the series for a while now, you know how this goes, but for those of you that are new, welcome. We'll be covering the latest in manufacturing, packaging, coding, sustainability, and much more. I'm your host, Alexa, and today we'll be covering topics ranging from retailers embracing GS1 Digital Link 2D barcodes, to California declaring a state of emergency over the bird flu outbreak, to the FDA's new limit on toxic lead in infant foods, the Surgeon General's push for cancer warning labels on alcoholic beverages, and McDonald's recent decision to scale back its diversity, equity, and inclusion initiatives. So, let's get started. The retail and consumer goods industry is witnessing a significant shift as brands and retailers adopt the GS1 Digital Link 2D barcode, a technology aimed at revolutionizing the way products are tracked, marketed, and sold. This innovative barcode system replaces traditional UPC codes, offering enhanced connectivity between physical products and digital platforms. With a rising emphasis on transparency, traceability, and better customer engagement, the push towards implementing this technology reflects the industry's readiness to meet modern consumer demands. One of the major upgrades introduced by the GS1 Digital Link 2D barcode is its ability to contain vast amounts of information without increasing the physical size of the barcode itself. Unlike traditional barcodes, the 2D version can store data such as expiration dates, batch numbers, and supply chain details. It also seamlessly connects consumers to digital resources like product authenticity verification, ingredient details, and promotional content via a simple scan with a smartphone. Some retailers, such as Walmart, have already begun transitioning to the new format, signaling strong momentum across the industry. By 2027, industry-wide implementation is projected, setting a clear timeline for adoption. The transformation to a 2D barcode ecosystem is not without hurdles. Key challenges include the need for businesses to upgrade existing scanning infrastructure and retrain employees to handle new technology. Additionally, smaller companies may struggle with the costs associated with implementation. However, the benefits far outweigh these challenges. Collaborative efforts within the industry alongside support from GS1 US are helping ease the transition. This is not just about barcodes, it's about modernizing consumer experience, said Bob Carpenter, CEO of GS1 US, emphasizing the broader implications of this upgrade. The adoption of the GS1 Digital Link 2D barcode holds the potential to reshape the retail landscape dramatically, from improving supply chain efficiency and reducing waste to enhancing customer engagement through greater access to product information. The benefits are wide-reaching. For retailers, better data analytics and inventory management can streamline operations and drive growth. On the consumer side, the ability to verify product authenticity and receive personalized digital experience builds trust and loyalty. Ultimately, the industry-wide rollout signals a step forward in aligning retail with the demand of a digital-first economy. Moving on, California recently declared a state of emergency due to an outbreak of avian influenza, commonly known as bird flu, which has raised significant concerns across the state. According to reports, this highly contagious virus has spread rapidly among wild birds, domestic poultry, and even some mammals, leading to substantial wildlife fatalities and economic repercussions. The declaration underscores the gravity of the situation and aims to mobilize resources to mitigate the crisis. Bird flu, caused by the H5N1 strain, has historically remained confined to animals, but its recent spread and implications have amplified the urgency of containment efforts. Key developments include the state's mobilization of emergency measures to control the virus and limit its spread. Wildlife experts have documented the deaths of thousands of wild birds, with one recent report estimating over 17,000 pelican deaths along the California coast alone. Additionally, over 50 countries worldwide have reported outbreaks, emphasizing the global scale of the issue. Agricultural industries are facing significant challenges as entire flocks of poultry have been culled to prevent further outbreaks. The U.S. Department of Agriculture estimates that nearly 58 million birds have been affected nationwide since the current wave of infections began in early 2022, with California accounting for more than 4 million of those cases. One of the greatest challenges faced by officials is balancing public health concerns with environmental and economic stability. The virus has severely impacted California's $1 billion poultry industry, leading to increased prices for eggs and poultry products. Egg prices in the U.S., for example, rose by 60% in 2022 due to supply disruption caused by the outbreak. However, researchers and veterinarians have been working diligently to monitor the outbreak and implement measures such as restricting the movement of potentially infected animals and encouraging biosecurity protocols for poultry farms. Education initiatives are also being launched to inform the public about steps they can take to reduce risks, including avoiding contact with wild birds and reporting any sightings of dead or sick birds. The impacts of these efforts and the virus itself are far-reaching. Economically, rising costs in the poultry and food supply chains are placing a burden on consumers and businesses alike, with the national poultry market facing losses exceeding $1.5 billion. Ecologically, the loss of so many wild birds disrupts local ecosystems and raises questions about long-term biodiversity as California's bird population continues to decline sharply. Proactively addressing this emergency has the potential to mitigate further damages, but it also emphasizes the importance of preparedness for zoonotic diseases, as experts warn that future outbreaks may pose even larger risks to both animals and humans. Moving on, the safety of baby food has long been a concern for parents, health advocates, and regulatory agencies. Recently, the U.S. Food and Drug Administration, known as the FDA, took a significant step to protect infants and young children from harmful exposure to toxic metals by introducing new guidelines that limit the amount of lead permissible in certain baby foods. This move aligns with the FDA's ongoing efforts to reduce potential health risks associated with lead exposure, which can harm brain development and overall health, particularly in young children. The FDA's new guidelines establish strict limits on lead in baby food products. For foods such as fruits, vegetables, meat, and cereals intended for children under 2 years of age, the acceptable lead levels are set at 10 parts per billion, known as ppb, for most products, and 20 ppb for roots, vegetables, and dry cereals. These limits are designed to reduce children's dietary exposure to lead by approximately 24 to 27%. This marks a critical upgrade from prior standards, reflecting years of research and advocacy aimed at reducing lead contamination in food. While the FDA's regulations are a positive step forward, challenges remain. One prominent issue is that lead contamination may occur during farming or manufacturing processes, and complete elimination is difficult due to its presence in soil and water. Experts argue that more rigorous monitoring of agricultural practices and supply chain management is essential to minimize contamination. Additionally, some baby food manufacturers have voiced concerns over the economic and logistical impact of meeting these new standards. Addressing these challenges will require close collaboration between the FDA, food producers, and farmers. The FDA emphasizes that these guidelines are part of a larger strategic effort to ensure gradual but meaningful progress. The new limitations on lead in baby food are expected to have significant health benefits. Dr. Robert M. Califf, FDA Commissioner, emphasized that reducing lead exposure is critical to minimizing developmental risks for children, stating, "We are making strong efforts to ensure the foods on the market are safe for consumption by infants and children." Parents and caregivers can feel more assured about the safety of the products they rely on during critical stages of child development. These changes also encourage manufacturers to prioritize safety and transparency, driving higher standards across the industry. By introducing these new restrictions, the FDA demonstrates commitment to protecting the most vulnerable populations and advancing public health goals. However, ongoing vigilance and collaboration will be key to fully realizing the intended benefits of these efforts. Moving on, the Surgeon General has recently sparked national attention by advocating for clear warning labels on alcoholic beverages to inform Americans of the link between alcohol consumption and cancer. This announcement follows growing evidence that even moderate drinking increases the risks of several types of cancer, including breast, colon, and throat cancers. The movement stems from a public health effort to align alcohol regulations with those governing tobacco products, which have long carried explicit cancer warnings. A significant development in this initiative is the call for updating labels to explicitly mention alcohol's role in cancer risks. The current labeling on alcoholic beverages implemented decades ago focuses primarily on risks associated with birth defects and impaired driving. Advocates emphasize that similar measures implemented for tobacco have significantly raised awareness and reduced usage. However, this shift is not without obstacles. The alcohol industry has historically resisted stronger regulations, citing concerns about potential impacts on sales and consumer perception. Additionally, many Americans remain unaware of this connection, with an estimated only 30% of the population acknowledging alcohol as a carcinogen. To address these challenges, public health experts propose collaborative campaigns combining clearer labeling with widespread educational initiatives. Building partnerships with medical organizations and advocacy groups can further amplify these efforts. If implemented, such warnings could have profound public health implications. By raising awareness of alcohol's cancer risks, many individuals may reconsider their drinking habits, potentially decreasing overall consumption rates. Reduced alcohol use could in turn lower cancer prevalence and save thousands of lives annually. This initiative highlights the importance of informed choice in improving public health outcomes and underscores an evolving approach to addressing lifestyle-related health risks. And we made it to our final story. McDonald's has joined the growing list of companies scaling back their diversity, equity, and inclusion, known as DEI efforts, moving away from previous commitments in response to evolving corporate priorities and external pressures. The fast food giant's shift reflects a broader trend in corporate America where companies are reevaluating their DEI strategies amid economic uncertainty and political scrutiny. This change marks a significant departure from McDonald's earlier commitments to advancing workplace diversity and fostering inclusion. McDonald's had previously established ambitious diversity benchmarks, including goals to increase representation of women and people of color in leadership roles. For instance, they announced that women would hold 45% of leadership positions globally by 2025, while individuals from underrepresented groups were targeted to make up 35% of leadership in the U.S. However, recent reports indicate that these goals are being rolled back as the company adjusts its DEI focus. McDonald's has reframed its diversity initiatives, emphasizing voluntary efforts rather than mandatory targets. This pivot has spurred discussion around the long-term sustainability of diversity goals in a corporate setting. The rollback of diversity goals come amidst increasing pushback against DEI initiatives, with critics arguing that such programs impose unnecessary financial and operational burdens on businesses. McDonald's also faces macroeconomic challenges, including inflation and post-pandemic recovery pressures, which may have contributed to the reassessment. While the decision to scale back targets has drawn criticism, the company maintains that it is still committed to promoting inclusion. Solutions such as redefining their focus on more localized or natural leadership growth rather than rigid metrics have been explored, but stakeholders remain divided on their effectiveness. McDonald's decision has sparked a significant reaction from internal and external audiences. Advocates for workplace diversity argue that scaling back DEI initiatives signals a step backwards in achieving equity and representation across industries. For employees belonging to unrepresented groups, this shift could result in decreased morale or lost opportunities for advancement. On the other hand, proponents of the rollback claim it allows the company to redirect resources towards their operational priorities. Overall, these changes underscore the tension between financial objectives and commitment to social responsibility, leaving lasting implications for corporate reputation and broader DEI efforts. This episode of SNEED-CAST Industry Update is brought to you by our SNEED-Jet and SNEED-Pack systems, your go-to solutions for boosting efficiency without breaking the bank. Say goodbye to the New Year hangover with affordable coding, marking, and packaging equipment designed to keep your operations running smoothly. SNEED-Jet offers versatile coding and marking systems from handheld to inline, with precision printing on any material and adjustable print heights to fit your needs. SNEED-Pack takes your packaging process to the next level with case erectors, case sealers, labelers, and conveyors that save time, reduce waste, and ensure seamless operations. Start 2025 on the right foot with cost-effective, high-quality solutions that help you stay within budget while optimizing your business. Shop SNEED-Jet and SNEED-Pack today for big savings. Like always, stay tuned for our next episode of SNEED-CAST Industry Update, and make sure to like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell down below to stay up to date with all of our great content, and let us know what topics you'd like to see us talk about here on the show. We look forward to hearing from you all. Bye, everyone.